Hi guys, my name is Terry. In this video, I'm going to go through the Mathematics Tambahan, Peperiksaan Percubaan SPM 2023 for Maktab Rendah Sains Mara, MRSM. And this is the paper 2. Okay, let's begin with question number 1. This is from the chapter Indeks, Certain Logarithm or Logaritma. Okay, form 4, chapter 4. So, diberi bahawa 81 power x is 243, 9 power 2x minus 1. You're finding cari nilai 9 power 2x minus 1. Now, I know a lot of people go and find the value of x. You don't have to find the value of x. So we can just find 9 power 2x from here. So 81, as we know, is 9 power 2. There is an x outside, so I put the x here. This is 2, 4, 3. So if you are finding 9 power 2x minus 1, basically this is 9 power 2x divided by 9 power 1, right? So this is Hukum index. 9 power 2x we can see is 243. Just use the result from above. You divide by 9. Yeah, if you can't use mental arithmetic, just use a calculator. 243 divided by 9, that gives us 27. That's it. Yeah, fairly simple. Okay, moving on to part B. This is still the same question, part A. Part B, you're supposed to prove logarithm. Buktikan bahawa log base asas AB equals to 1 over log asas BA. The bases are different. Okay, so to prove this, right, we can use, we can start by letting, or BR, maybe I write in Bahasa version, BR, let log base AB equals to M. Yeah, can use any other unknown if you want. Yeah. So change from logarithm form, bentuk logaritma, to bentuk index. Yeah, so it's A power M equals to B. Now notice that this is base A here. I want to change it to base B, right? So I need to introduce a new base. The new base, logarithm, take base B. On the left-hand side, logarithm, base B on the right-hand side. So bring the power M in front using the third laws of power law. Okay, you just transfer over. Okay, by the way, what is log BB? Log BB has a value of 1. Just transfer this over. My M is log base BA. 1 over log base BA. 1 over log base BA. And your M is log base AB. Log asas AB is now 1 over log asas BA. So there you go. I buktikan bahawa this is true. All right, this is B Roman 1. B Roman 2, I'm going to do it here. Seterusnya, pemudahkan this. Okay, so if you look at this, right, the B is your, this is just 1 over that. Yeah, we can just do reverse. All right, but there is a 2 sitting in front. So maybe when I want to pemudahkan this, right, okay, number 1, maybe I can bring the power half. I do very slowly here. Square root means power half. I write like this. All right, then I'll bring the power 2 in front, log base A B. Okay, next we bring the power half in front. Yeah, 3 times half. 3 over 2 log base BA. This one you can just flip it up, right? Now, if you have difficulty like, oh, I don't know how to flip up. Okay, 1 over, just use back the result. 1 over log base BA first. You see that? Because this log base AB here is the same as 1 over log base BA. And when you flip this up, flip up as in you switch this up, you know, 1 over 1 over 3 is the same as 1 times 3 over 1, right? Okay, 3 per 1. So you flip it up. This will be negative log base BA divide by 2. Or you can write minus half. So 3 over 2 log base BA minus 1 over 2 log base BA, you get 2 over 2 or just 1 log base BA. That's all. Okay, question number 2. This is from chapter function, Fungsi, from 4, chapter 1. So diberi fungsi fx equals to 3x plus 2 and fgx is 2x plus 5 over x minus 2. Where x not equals to 2, cari gfx. Okay, you're given fgx, you're finding gfx. So the first thing you need to know is what is function of fungsi gx, okay? So actually there are two ways that we can use substitution, gantian, or we can use inverse, songsang. Yeah, fungsi songsang to do it. But I think most people would prefer substitution because you're probably more familiar with it, right? Because you learn substitution first. Okay, so the way to solve using substitution or gantian is we BR or we let gx, the function inside, becomes y. Kenapa? Why do we do that? Because we want to reduce it from two function fg to fy. And the result is 2x plus 5 over x minus 2. Okay, so your fx is 3x plus 2. Your fy is 2x plus 5 over x minus 2. So we are finding gx, yeah? We are finding gx. So we know fy, fx is 3x plus 2, fy will be 3y plus 2. We're finding gx, which is y. Okay, so I need to make y as a subject. So 3y equals to 2x plus 5 over x minus 2 minus 2. Now let us multiply top and bottom by x minus 2 because I want to make sure they have the same denominator, mempunyai penyebut yang sama, so we can simplify the fraction. We can pemudahkan pecahan. So let us expand 2x plus 5 minus 2x plus 4 divided by x minus 2. Okay, now as you simplify, this is 9 over x minus 2. There's still a 3y in front. So when you divide by 3, my y is 9 divided by 3. We can write 3 over x minus 2, and your y is your gx. So I've got my gx already. Yep, this is your answer for gx. Okay, but we're not done. We're not finding gx. We're finding gfx. Okay, so to find gfx, we are putting fx inside gx. My fx is this whole this thing, 3x plus 2, put inside your gx, so it's 3 over 3x plus 2 minus 2, which gives us 3 over 3x. Therefore, your gfx is 1 over x, and we say x cannot be 0. Okay? All right. This is just the first part. Okay? Let's move on to part B. Okay, bahagian B. Okay, so here we have kedai perabot bahagia ingin memberi dua jenis tawaran kepada pelanggannya, iaitu diskaun 20% dan rebate RM100 berdasarkan pembelian RMX. So diberi fungsi fx mewakili harga selepas diskaun, fungsi gx mewakili harga selepas rebat. Sebagai pemilik kedai, anda perlu membuat keputusan yang mana memberi lebih keuntungan kepada kedai, sama ada memberi rebate RM100 sebelum atau selepas diskaun. So that means you one function is fx, one is gx. You're finding either gfx or fgx. One is to give discount first, then rebate later. Another one is to give rebate first, then discount later. Alright, berikan justifikasi keputusan anda menggunakan fungsi gubahan and nyatakan fungsi gubahan yang dipilih. Okay, so first of all, we know your function fx. Fx is discount. So when you give a discount of 20%, that means the customer only pay 80% of the purchase price. The purchase price is X, RMX, harga perabot is RMX, pembelian X. So this is 0.8x. Okay, for GX is after rebate of 100 ringgit. So the price before rebate is X. After rebate, you minus 100 ringgit. Yeah, minus 100. Now, there are two cases. We either give a rebate sebelum or rebate selepas. So rebate sebelum will be FGX. Okay, maybe I put rebate sebelum discount. Rebate sebelum discount will be FGX, and FGX means we put GX inside FX 0.8, X minus 100. This is 0.8X minus 80. Now, then you can also get rebate selepas discount. You give discount first. So if you give discount first, your FX must come first. So you put 0.8 inside your GX. This will be 0.8X minus 100. So the question is, which one is better for the pemilik kedai? Of course, if you sell at the lower price, it's not so good. You sell at a higher price, it'll be better, right? So you can see this one, whatever price it is, you minus 80. So you give less, what they call discount at the end, right? This one, you minus 100. So you actually give more discount, right? You're actually making the price cheaper. So we can say the value of FGX, right, is actually less than G, is actually more, yeah, more, greater. You give less discount. GFX, okay? So the answer is the suitable, nyatakan fungsi yang, okay, so we should say, therefore, you bagi rebate sebelum discount, and the function, the fungsi that you should give will be FGX, because FGX, you actually give less discount. You actually give, you actually sell at a higher price compared to rebate after discount, where you're actually selling at a lower price. Okay. Okay, question number 3. This is from chapter 3, from 4, chapter 3, Sistem Persamaan. Hazim menjual kek X kek pisang, Y kek orange, and Z kek chocolate. Cost untuk membeli sebiji kek pisang is 4 ringgit. Okay, let me highlight this. This is a cost, 4 ringgit for kek pisang. Cake orange is 6 ringgit, chocolate is 10 ringgit. So now, I think the total cost, you must see, total cost is 1550. This is X cake pisang, Y cake orange, Z cake chocolate. Dan beliau menghasilkan sejumlah 250. This is your total. So the pink one represents your total cake that you produce. I think we can straightly write from the first equation, X plus Y plus Z, total cake that you produce is 250, right? I'll just write this down, 250. Okay, so this is your first equation. The second equation is the cost. You can see the cost to produce a cake is 4 ringgit for cake pisang, so it's 4x. Okay, 6 ringgit for cake chocolate, for cake orange, so 6y, and 10 ringgit for cake chocolate, then Z, your total cost is 1550. So I think we can actually divide by 2 to simplify this. 2x plus 3y plus 5z equals to 1550 divided by 2, 775. You can see that, 775. Okay, second equation. The third equation is harga jualan. Your harga jualan for your cake pisang is 10 ringgit, orange 15 ringgit, cake chocolate 20 ringgit, and total harga jualan is 3450. So we say 10x plus 15y plus 20z is 3450. Now let's divide everything by 5. So this will be 2x plus 3y plus 4z. Answer 3450. 3450 divided by 5. You should get 690. So I formed three equations. Let's just solve them, okay? Because you're supposed to find cari bilangan jenis kit yang dihasilkan, right? So I think we have to decide which unknown to get rid of. So you can see x is the easiest to solve because I got 2x here. They're the same, so I can just subtract them, right? So maybe I start by taking equation 2 minus equation 3. So the moment you minus 3y minus 3y, you can see this one can cancel 3y, you can get rid of it, right? So 5z minus 4z is just 1z. 775 minus 690 is 85. Can't do mentally, just use calculator, 85. So then I still need to solve equation 1 and 2 or 1 and 3. It's up to you, whichever. Maybe I'll just take equation 1. Actually, doesn't matter. Okay, I think maybe 1 times 2 lah. Yeah, take equation 1 times 2 first. You get 2x plus 2y plus 2z equals to 500. Call this equation number 4. Now, I would need to solve 4 and 3 or 4 and 2. Maybe I just do 4 and 3. Yeah? Take equation 3 minus equation 4. As you can see, 2x cancel out. Your 3y and 2y, when you minus, you get 1y, right? 4z, you minus 2z, you are left with 2z. Oops, let me change the color. 2z. And 690 minus 500 is 190. Let me take this and sub your z with 85. So y plus 2 times 85 equals 190. 85 times 2 is 170. 190 minus 170, your y is 20. Then let us sub inside equation number 1 because I already know my x, I know my y, I know my z. I just define x, right? You gantikan dalam persamaan 1. Your x is an unknown. Your y is 20. Your z is 85. The result is 250. So x plus 105 is 250. 250 minus 105 is 145. So your bilangan cake, you write down your cake pisang. Cake pisang, how many? You make 145. Cake orange is your y, which is 20. And cake chocolate is your z, 85. Okay. Okay, question number 4. Sebiji batu telah dilontarkan dari atas satu puncak sebuah tingkap tebing menghadap laut. Okay, so this is your tebing. You lontar. Yeah, it's called projectile. So laluan batu tersebut. Yeah, okay. This one, it goes like that. Laluan batu tersebut diwakili oleh this fungsi dengan T ialah masa dalam saat, H ialah ketinggian batu dari aras laut. So this is your water level, the aras laut. Aras laut. Okay, so this is your tebing. So, okay. Ungkapkan HT dalam sebutan this. Okay, that means we have to complete the square, sempurnakan kuasa 2. So number 1, I take out -2. Remember, you cannot complete the square unless the coefficient of t squared, perkali t squared must be 1. So if it's not 1, we just factorize. Okay, take out -2. This is t squared. 8 divided by -2 is -4. Close bracket plus 25. Next, we're going to take half of -4. Half of -4 is -2. You square it, you minus 4 plus 25. All right. Next, we multiply the -2 inside. Okay, sorry, yeah. Let me show you the step by step because I tend to do very fast, all right? The fast and furious way, okay? So if you want to show the working, this is what you do. Take half of -4, which is -4/2. You square it. You minus -4/2. You square it. Then you plus 25, okay? Now, this three term, 1, 2, 3, you can combine it into t minus 2 square. And -4 divided by 2 is -2. -2 square is 4. Then you plus with 25. Take this -2. You multiply inside. All right. This would be +8 plus 25. And your answer is -2. T minus 2 square plus 33. Okay. There you go. So I've already ungkapkan or expressed this in this form. Okay. Dan seterusnya, tentukan masa dalam saat dan ketinggian ketika batu itu mencapai ketinggian maksimum. So it will go and reach a maximum point here. So we know maximum happens when the one inside the bracket is 0. So okay, maybe I write here. I know it's maximum. So the maximum, or in bahasa MAKX, maxima, is the one outside is 33. When the one inside the bracket is 0, T is 2, right? So we have found the tentukan masa. Masa is 2 seconds. You want to put S here for saat, second. And ketinggian maximum, let me write the unit, 33 meter, right? From aras laut when your time is 2 seconds. All right, that is A, Roman 1, Roman 2. B, cari masa dalam saat ketika batu itu menyentuh permukaan laut. So this is permukaan laut, right? So hit the surface of, that means when your HT is now 0. Okay, since I already have this, right, it's easier to just use this result, right? So I'm going to let -2 T minus 2 square plus 33, let it be 0. Bring this over, I make this positive, right? Divide by 2, 33/2. Okay, let me move out a bit. Then we square root. So by right, when we square root, we put a plus minus. Then I bring the 2 over 2 plus minus square root 33/2. Now, okay, I'm going to use this calculator instead. Okay, this will be 2 minus square root 33/2. My first answer is, notice is negative. T can't be negative. -2.062. -2.062. The second answer, just change the negative here to positive. My answer is 6.062. 6.062. So you have two answers. Yeah, ignore the negative one. So we take the positive one. So the masa dalam saat ketika menyentuh permukaan laut is 6.062 second or saat. Okay, next one, question number 5. This is from chapter Vektor. Raja 1 menunjukkan sisi 4 ABCD, garis lurus AC dan garis lurus BD bersilang pada titik E. Okay, titik E is here. Okay, diberi bahawa AB equals to X. So, all right, here. BC equals to 4Y. This is 4Y. And AB is 1/5 of DC. That means that DC is 5 times of AB. That means DC is 5X. Right? Let me write here. 5X. Okay. Ungkapkan dalam sebutan X and Y, vector AC. Okay, so to find AC, right? We should go from A to B, B to C. Yeah? Fairly simple. X plus 4Y. Okay, to find vector DB, I should go D to C, C to B. I can go this way, D to C, C to B. Okay, let me write down this one. ADC, DC will be D to C, plus c to b. So it's negative 5x minus 4y because I'm going opposite direction of BC. BC is going down, CB is going up. All right, next. Diberi bahawa CE is HCA. CE is H times of CA. CA is the whole thing. This is CE is only H. And DE is K times of DB. DE is KDB. So you're supposed to find the value of H and K, right? Express CE dalam sebutan. Okay, maybe I move this up a bit. Express CE dalam sebutan H, X, and Y, and also K, X, and Y. Then seterusnya cari nilai H and K. So I think I find CE first. They are, I move it up down here so you can see the diagram. Okay, so this is the first version of CE. I want to go from C, I want to use H, right? To go from C to E, I know it is H time of CA. And I already know CA from the first part. CA is negative AC, right? AC is X plus 4Y. So because it's negative, right? We need to put negative X, negative 4Y. So let's multiply inside negative HX, negative 4HY. That is the first version of CE in terms of H, ya, dalam sebutan H. Second one, DE, CE dalam sebutan K, right? So the second CE, if I want to go from C to E and you want sebutan K, so you must pass through here, right? C to D, D to E, C to D, D to E. Your CD is negative 5x. Your DE is KDB. Yeah, it's K times the DB. DB is longer. And I know DB, I know DB earlier. I think I wrote this wrongly just now. This is DB, not DC. Sorry, yeah, this is DB, right? DB is D to C, C to B. Okay, so we know that your DB is 5x minus 4y. Put them together. This is negative 5x plus 5kx minus 4ky. So I got 5k minus 5 bracket x minus 4ky, right? That is my vector CE. Okay. Now, I got two versions of CE already. I just have to compare them. Okay, let me do it here. So the first version of CE, because you have to solve seterusnya cari nilai H and K. So to find H and K, you can see there are two versions of CE. Maybe I just copy the first version is minus HX minus 4HY from here. Okay, second version is from here. I just copy on the left, on the right. Okay, equals to 5k minus 5x minus 4ky. So when you compare vector x, you can see a negative h equals to 5k minus 5. I don't like the negative, so I just multiply everybody by negative. H is 5 minus 5k. Yeah, persamaan satu, first equation. Then you compare the number in front. This is your coefficient. When you compare the perkali, the number in front of unknown x. Then you compare the number in front or the perkali coefficient of y. So here we have negative 4h equals negative 4k. Your h is k. Persamaan 2. So we just sub equation 2 inside equation 1. Ganti equation 2 inside equation 1. K equals 5 minus 5k. 6k is 5. K equals to 5 over 6. Now, then if you sub inside equation 2, you get your K. Already you sub inside your equation 2, you get your H. Your H is also 5 over 6. Okay, this question is not difficult. Okay, the next one is from the chapter Fungsi Trigonometri. So the first part is proving pembuktian. So buktikan bahawa 2 sine x plus 90 bracket sine x minus 90 plus 1 equals negative cos 2x. Okay, here, let me start off. Yeah. we start with the left-hand side. Now, if you don't want to write left-hand side, right-hand side, sebelah kiri, sebelah kanan, it's okay. We can just write this whole thing out. So here I use LHS, left-hand side. You don't want to write, it's okay. So 2 sine, okay, sine x plus 90, we have to use rumus sudut majmuk or addition formula to expand this. This is sine A cos B plus cos A sine B. B is 90. So if you cannot remember, please refer to the list of formula. Now, follow on by sine x plus 90. See, the difference is one is a plus, another is a minus, the rest being the same, right? So you don't have to worry so much. Just copy the whole thing, sine x, sine cos, followed by cosine, but it's a minus here, cos sine. And then you have a plus 1. So let's simplify this. This is 2. What is cos 90? Now, cos 90, you can actually use a graph. The graph of cos at 90, it is 0. Now, sine 90, if you use a graph at 90, it is 1. But if you don't want to draw the graph, you can also use your calculator. Sine 90 is 0. Is 1. Cos 90 is 0. So this is sine x times 0. This is cos x times 1. Followed by sine x times 0 minus cos x times 1 plus 1. So let's simplify this further. This is 2 cos x, right? Let me write cos x. The sine 0 is times 0 is still 0. This is cos x. Okay. There is another negative cos x because this part here, this is 0, this is 0, right? So we continue with a plus 1. Now, from here on, we can just put them together. This is minus 2 cos square x plus 1. However, if you look at the right-hand side, this is cos 2x. Yeah, we know from the basic identity, the double angle formula for cos. Cos 2a or cos 2x has 3 versions. The first one is cos square minus sine square. The second one is 2 cos square x minus 1. So we know we need to have a 2 cos square x minus 1. Since there is a negative in front, so we know we can factorize, take out the negative. This becomes positive 2 cos square x minus 1 with the plus 1, at the back. Yeah, just take out the negative, okay? Now, from here, we just rewrite this as negative cos 2x, and this is the same as your right-hand side, sebelah kanan. Okay, A Roman 1 dan A Roman 2. Now, seterusnya, selesaikan persamaan, this persamaan. So we know the whole thing plus 1 is now half. And this whole thing is negative cos 2x equals to 1 over 2. So cos 2x will be, take the negative, bring it over, negative half. I hope you remember how to solve this type of equation. We press shift cos. This is in degree, darjah. So 1 over 2. Find out your reference angle, sudut rujukan. So it's 60. You don't want to write this REF or rujukan, up to you. R, you just put R is 60. If you don't write, it's okay. Straight away, we know cos is negative in quadrant number 2 and quadrant number 3. However, take note, this is meant for x, but this is 2x, right? So let me write one more step. Let me write one more step here for you. 2x, if you times 2, is now between 0 to 720. So normally we go 0, 180, 360, 1 cycle. But because now I'm going 2 cycle, do a Taburan. So we start from 360 to 540 to 720. So we got second cycle here and here. All right. To solve this, we just write down, we know sine cos is negative in quadrant 2. Sekuan kedua, 180 minus your reference angle or sudut rujukan 60. 180 plus 60, right? Next, 540 minus 60, 540 plus 60. So whatever you get here, you got to divide by 2. Okay, let me just use this calculator instead. Let me take 180 minus 60 divided by 2. 180 minus 6 is 120. 120 divided by 2 is 60. Next one, I just change the sign from minus to plus. This will be 120. This is 540 minus. Yeah, 540 minus. Very simple actually. You can use brain to calculate, right? So it's 270. I would think it as take this at 180, right? It's 240, yeah. So it's a lot easier, right? Just add 180. Because the reason why you add 180 because is the difference from one cycle, the first cycle to the second cycle is 360. But because you have a 2x, you got to divide by 2. So if I take 120, I plus 180, this will be 300. Yeah, so you don't really need to use a calculator and calculate, just add 180. All right, so I'm done with A Roman 2. Next, lakarkan graph y equals to 2 cos 2x. Yeah, for x between 0 to 3/2 pi. Okay, so first of all, we know how to draw or sketch the graph of cos, right? The graph of cos, it starts from top here, down, and up. This is from 0 to 2 pi. Take note, the angle is in radian. But if you normally, if it's 1, then this is 1. But this is 2 here. So my amplitude is 2. Maximum 2, minimum -2. Now, next, because you have a cos 2x, you got to double the number of cycle. That means you go 1 cycle, 2 cycle, at 2 pi, right? Maximum 2, minimum -2. Now, next, you need to modulus it. So the moment you modulus, right, this graph is reflected up. All the part that's negative reflect up, right? So, okay, wait. It goes like this. 3 peak. This is up to 2 pi. This is pi, right? Now, maximum 2, minimum 0. But the problem is you're drawing up to 3/2 pi. So 3/2 is 1.5 pi. So this is half pi. This is 3/2 pi. So you're actually drawing up to here. So anything extra I don't want, right? So anything extra I don't want. So I have to stop here. So you got 2 peak here. So let's draw a bigger version. Yeah, I like to draw all this first preliminary before I draw a bigger version. Okay. So we have 6 segments here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, I can put 2 here. Y. So you go from this point. Okay, sorry, this is the starting point. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. So I'm going to use a thicker pen, so you just somewhat hide the ugliness. Yeah, if your drawing not very nice, so you use a 2B pencil, you'll make it look nicer. Okay. 2, 3. There you go. So just label the rest. Label, this is 3/2 pi. This will be pi 1/2 pi. Yeah, you don't have to label every single thing out, but if you want, this is 1/4. If you wanna, this will be 3/4. This will be 5/4. Just subdivide them. Yeah, divide into 6 parts. Okay. Okay, the next one is from the chapter integration Pengamiran. So Raja 2 menunjukkan garis lurus AB menyilang lengkung Y equals to GX. Ya, this is lengkung pada titik B. Fungsi keturunan lengkung is minus 2x. Okay, fungsi keturunan is your dy dx. The gradient function is negative 2x. Cari persamaan lengkung. So to find the equation of the curve, you need to integrate your y. Okay, let me write here. Y equals integration minus 2x dx. So when I integrate, increase the power by 1, x squared divided by 2 plus c. So to find the value of c, right, you need to see your pintasan y. You need to sub in a coordinate. Since this curve here, it passes through point B, so we gantikan or we sub the coordinate to 6. Your y is 6, your x is 2, your c should be, okay, 2 squared is 4, bring over c is 10, your fungsi persamaan lengkung is negative x squared plus 10, right? You can write 10 minus x squared, it's the same thing, okay? All right, part B. Hitungkan isi padu jana dalam sebutan pi bila rantau yang dibatasi oleh lengkung. Rantau yang dibatasi oleh lengkung is this here. Okay. Garis lurus AB, straight line AB. Okay, garis lurus y equals to 1. Y equals 1 is this. Y equals to 1. Dikisarkan, so this is the region. Dikisarkan 360 degree melalui pada paksi y. So when you rotate 360 degree about the y-axis, so it looks like this. Okay, so right, this is not a cone, this is a curve. You have to take note. This is not like this is a curve here. Basically, you are taking this integration, then we minus this cone. Okay, so your volume of integration, we know. Maybe I do it over here so I got more space. Okay, volume of integration, we have to use pi. Okay, let me do it here. Volume or isi padu is your integration pi x squared dy. You can see a lower limit is from 1, upper limit is 6. 1 to 6, right? 1 to 6 minus volume of cone. Isi padu cone. Cone, remember, is 1 over 3 pi r square h. R is your radius, h is your height, or jejari square times tinggi t. So we take 1 over 3, your radius in this case measure from here to here, which is 2. Your height measure from here to here, 6 minus 1, which is 5, right? So 2 square times 5. Okay, we need to make x squared as a subject from here. Before you integrate the x squared, you bring over is 10 minus y. So this is, take out the pi here, 10 minus y dy, lower limit 1, upper limit 6. So 2 squared is 4, 4 times 5, 20, 20 over 3 pi. So as I integrate, I copy my bracket 10 minus y, increase the power by 1, 2, divide by 2, differentiate inside negative 1. Okay, lower limit 1, upper limit 6. This is 20 over 3 pi. Okay, so from here on, we can just gantikan, pick up pi over 2, put 6 inside, 10 minus 6 square, 10 minus 1 square, minus 20 over 3. Okay, so 10 minus 6 is 4, 4 cube, right? Minus 10 minus 1 is 9, 9 cube. 9 square, not cube, sorry. 4 square, 16. 9 square, 81. Yeah, you can just write 81. So whatever I get, I divide by negative 2. I should get 65 over 2. So volume of integration, this part, is 65 over 2. You minus volume of your cone, because you're taking away this cone here, dig it out, you will get the volume of the solid. Yeah. So let's take 65 over 2 minus 20 over 3. Answer 155 over 6. And 155 over 6 is 25 5 over 6. 25 5 over 6 pi unit cube. Okay. Okay, let's move on to question number 8. This is from the chapter Taburan Kebarangkalian. So here we have a nursery Rafflesia mempunyai 200 anak pokok mangga. Ketinggian dalam cm, anak-anak pokok itu bertabur secara normal dengan min 50 cm, CCM PY 40.5. So nyatakan jenis pemboleh ubah rawak. So the pemboleh ubah rawak, or the type of discrete, the type of random variable, we call it in English, is a pemboleh ubah rawak selanjar continuous. Because remember, selanjar is continuous for items or that are measurable. So length, or in this case, the height, yeah, in cm, they are measurable. So it's not countable. Countable are discrete. Measurable is continuous, or we call selanjar. So answer is pemboleh ubah rawak selanjar. Selanjar. Okay. Now, second one. Tata tanda yang digunakan untuk mewakili taburan normal. So the tata tanda or notation, we write X followed by this symbol N for normal. Your mean is 50. Your standard deviation is 40.5, but please put a square. So when you write in this notation or this tata tanda, we use a square because it is actually a variance here. Okay. Now, second part, B. Jika satu anak pokok dipilih secara rawak, cari jumlah bilangan anak pokok yang mempunyai ketinggian kurang daripada 50 cm atau melebihi 80 cm. Okay, actually this statement, right, is not right, because when they say jika satu pokok, if you choose satu pokok, how can you have jumlah bilangan anak pokok, right? You pilih satu anak pokok, then satu anak pokok has, you want to find bilangan anak pokok. So actually they shouldn't mention this statement. You can just cut it off. All right. You should say, now normally we cannot say cari, we should say estimate or anggarkan. Yeah, in bahasa should be anggarkan. But why do I say estimate? Because it's not exact. Normal distribution is like, we're talking about the probability, the chances of them having a height more than this, less than that. There is an estimation, right? We don't like take out of 200, we straight away, we always get the exact amount. It's not, it's an estimation, right? Okay, so we are actually estimating the number of anak pokok mempunyai ketinggian kurang daripada 50 atau melebihi 80. So first of all, we need to find out what is the probability of an anak pokok with the height less than 50 or more than 80. Okay, so remember the formula for normal distribution, when you standardize it, you have to minus your mean 50, divide standard deviation 40.5. Second one, this is Z, 80 minus 50, divide 40.5. So can we simplify this? Okay, let's take 50 minus 50. I'm going to take this calculator instead. 50 minus 50 is actually 0, so we don't have to do this calculation. But the second one we can calculate. This is 80 minus 50 divide 40.5. Okay, so this will give us 20 over 27 of 0.4741. 0.741. So now diagram-wise, actually it looks like this. Let me just do a sketch here. We have, this is 0. We want less than 0. And we want more than 0.741. So we know less than 0 is 0.5 because total probability, jumlah kebarangkalian is always 1. When you halve it, is 0.5. Yeah, probably 0.5. So this one we define, right? This is 0.5. The kebarangkalian probability more than 0.4741. Now we can use a calculator or mathematical table. So I think I'm going to show you how to use a calculator. All right. So if you're using this calculator, you press menu, go to number 7. You go to number 2, normal CD. All right. Your lower will be 0.741. Your upper will be 999. It goes to infinity. Yeah. So you press equals. I got 0.2293. 0.2293. Yeah. So this part is 2293. So you just add them up. Your total probability is 0.7293. Okay, so this is the chances that a randomly chosen anak pokok will have height either less than 40, 50 or more than 80, right? But here we are estimating in the nursery. The whole nursery has 200 anak pokok. All right. So we want to find the bilangan anak pokok with height less than 20, less than 50 or more than 80. So we can say that this event, the event of getting anak pokok that is, let me just highlight here, less than this or more than that, we can call this event as event A. Let me explain the concept. And the probability of event A is number of occurrence of event A divided by NS. NS is your size of your sample space. In this case, your sample space is 200. Yeah, you have 200 anak pokok. So the chances of this occurring is 0.7293. I don't know how many anak pokok, right? So like I said earlier, it's an estimate, but there are 200 in total, right? So what's my NA? My NA is take 200 here. Okay, go back to this, 200 multiply by 0.7293. And my answer is 145.86. Now, if you get 145.86, we should take 146. Yeah, nearest integer terdekat. We can just say integer terdekat. I know some people may say, oh, I got 145 point something anak pokok. It's not a full anak pokok. I shouldn't take that. Now, the thing is, you have to understand this. This is the 50. Yeah, this is 50. 50 is your average height. 50. 80 is over here. Now, we know half of them is less than 50. So out of 200, half of them is 100. Okay, so just experiment with this. Let me just show you here. If you take 0.2293, yeah, which is the probability more than 0.741, I multiply 200. This will be 45.86. 45.86. Now, if you take 200, minus of 100, you still got 100 left. Then you minus of another 45.86, then you get 54.14. So here's the thing I want you to understand. When you round off, right, this is 54. When you round off, this is 46. We cannot say not enough. Because if you say, okay, this is 45, that is 54, then what happened to one more anak pokok when missing, right? So because your total must be 200, right? So that's why, remember, you don't, you just round off to the nearest integer. You don't say, oh, it's not enough, then I take 145. No, because if you take 145, then it will be one less, one missing anak pokok, right? So let's take the nearest integer, 145. Okay, then let's move on to part C. Ya. Cari nilai Q, I'll just continue from here. Cari nilai Q jika 15%, 15% of the anak pokok mempunyai ketinggian antara Q dan 80. Okay, 15% mempunyai ketinggian antara Q and 80. Actually, this one, we already know what is 80. Yeah? We minus the mean, divide by standard deviation, standardize it. 80, when we standardize, we already got just now the value is 0.741. Yeah, 0.741. Okay, let me do a sketch for you. And this probability is 15%. Okay, so let me do a sketch for you. So it looks something like this. I don't know where's Q. Maybe here. When you standardize Q minus 50 divide 40.5, this is 0.741. We know there is a 15% chance that the height of the anak pokok is between these two values, right? Remember, this is after you standardize. This is Z value, not X value. X is before you standardize. Like, for example, this one is X before you standardize. This is Z. Z is after you standardize, or Z, we call it. Now, we know that this one, in this case, the bigger one, let me draw for you. The bigger one is this area, which is Q minus 50 over 40.5. Smaller one is this area, 0.741. So it is PZ more than Q minus 50 over 40.5 minus PZ more than 0.741. This is 0.15. Okay, so let's count. What is this value? This will be 0. Previously we got it as 0.2293, right? 2293 from the previous part. You basically just have to bring over and add together. Z more than Q minus 50 over 40.5. This is 0.3793. Okay, here when we want to work backwards, we already know this total area. That means this area here is 0.3793. You're going to work backwards. we can use a mathematical table or calculator. So here I use the calculator. I'll show you how to use this calculator. You press Shift, you go to menu first, go to 7, you go to number 3 for inverse norm. Your area is 0.3793, yeah? 3793, okay? 3793, then you press equals 0.307, right? 0.307. We'll have to write 0.307 here. Okay, by the way, this calculator will put a negative because the calculator read from the lower tail. The calculator actually read like this. If this is 0.3793, this is negative 0.307. But this is on the left-hand side. Ours is on the right-hand side. So we have to take the positive value. Now use your calculator. Take point. Okay, let me get out from here first. 0.307. You multiply 40.5. Then you add 50. Your answer is 62.43. 62.43. Now, I think if you use a mathematical table, you may get 0.308. And then your Q value may be 62.47. There is a slight difference in answer whether we use, depending on whether you're using mathematical table or calculator. But the usage of this calculator is fine, right? You can use this, right? Just make sure you use 3 decimal point from here. 3 decimal point. Your Z value is always 3 decimal point. And then find Q value. Yeah, I'll leave my answer correct to 4 significant figure. Unless the question asks for integer, they didn't say Q must be integer. So 62.43 or 62.47. Okay, this is question number 9 from Coordinate Geometry or Geometry Coordinate. Raja menunjukkan sisi 4 OPQR. Okay, titik ABC adalah segaris. These 3 points are collinear. All right. So, diberi persamaan garis lurus, PQ is given as 2/3x plus 26/3. Jika BC, AC is 3:4. So I'm going to label here BC is 3, AC is 4. So your AB should be 1. Cari coordinate A. Okay, so notice that A is not given. So I'm going to let A be XY. I'm supposed to find coordinate titik A. So B is a point in between 1 and 4. So we're going to use the formula of pembagian pemberian garis, the NX1 plus MX2 over M plus N. Okay, so I don't have to rewrite this formula for you. It's given exam. But remember, the most important thing is that the ratio, if this is M, this is N, the ratio, you must multiply with the opposite coordinate, right? So let's start. The first one, my N is 3. I multiply with the X coordinate, X here. Then M is 1. I multiply with the opposite coordinate, 7. My total ratio, 4, is 3, 1 plus 3, 3 plus 1, which is 4. Then you continue with your Y coordinate, 3 times Y plus 1 times 10, total ratio 4 again. So here we are supposed to solve for X and Y. So we know 3x plus 7 over 4 equals to 1. 3x plus 7 equals to 4. 3x is negative 3. X is negative 1. Then 3y plus 10 over 4 is 4. 3y plus 10 is 16. 16 minus 10, I got 6. 6 divided by 2. Divide by 3, my y is 2. So the coordinate of point A is negative 1, 2. Okay, first part, no problem. All right. Then they say, diberi bahawa jarak tegak P dari paksi X ialah 6 unit. So I'm going to rub this off because I already done this. Jarak tegak P dari paksi X is this. Perpendicular distance. This is 6 unit. Meaning your Y coordinate of point P is 6. Okay, tunjukkan bahawa garis lurus OP berserenjang dengan PQ. Now, if you know your Y coordinate, you just have to find your X coordinate to find coordinate point P, right? So we know when your Y equals to 6, sub inside here. Yeah, sub inside equation PQ. So 6 equals 2/3x plus 26 over 3. I want to find x. For me, I multiply by 3 divided by 2. 6 times 3 is 18. 18 divided by 2 is 9. This is x. 26, you divide 26 over 3. I times 3, left with 26. 26 divided by 2, I got 13. X is 9 minus 13. X is -4. Right. So, meaning coordinate at point P is -4, 6. Yeah, this is -4, 6. So, you need to find this coordinate first so that I can find out the gradient or keturunan garis OP. Right. Let me write here. Over here, keturunan OP is 6 minus 0 minus 4 minus 0, which is -3 over 2. When two lines are perpendicular, the gradient multiplied together must be -1. Now, we already know garis OP. So, we know garis PQ. We know gradient PQ or keturunan PQ is 2 over 3. To show that dia berserenjang, you're supposed to tunjukkan dia berserenjang, you take gradient OP, keturunan OP times keturunan PQ, -3 over 2 times 2 over 3. You show that it's -1. Therefore, we say OP berserenjang dengan PQ. Berserenjang, you use this short form. Perpendicular, we call it in English PQ. Yeah, OP berserenjang dengan PQ. Okay. Now, that is part B. Part C. Diberi luas sisi 4 OPQR is 114. Cari nilai V and W. Okay, luas sisi 4. Okay, so here I got a bit of space issue. So, i.e., I'll start here. C. The whole area is 114. So, remember, luas sisi 4. Okay, now I can rub this off. I don't need all these things. So, just focus on these 4 points, because to find area or luas polygon, the formula is half x1, y1. Can pick any point. But for me, I pick anti-clockwise. Why anti-clockwise? Anti-clockwise or arah lawan jam is going to give us a positive value. If it goes arah jam or clockwise, it's going to give us a negative value. That's where you got to modulus it, right? So if I modulus it, I know it has to be arah lawan jam. So I start off with point O. Yeah. You can use any sequence. I can use P, O, R, Q, O, R, P, Q. I think I start from O. Yeah, I'm going this direction. O is 0, 0. R is 10, 2. Q is VW. And P is -6, -4, 6. Repeat the first point. This luas is 114. Okay, 114. Okay. Now, let's count. This one, remember, you got to multiply downwards minus multiply upwards. Yeah, like a shoestring, tali kasut. So you did half 0 times 2, which is actually 0. I'm so tempted to write 0 straight away. This is 10 times W. This is 6 times V minus the other direction. This is 0. This is 2V minus 4W. Last one is 0. I just put a plus 0. The result is 114. Okay, let's simplify this. This will be half. 10W minus 4W is 14W. 6V minus 2V is now 4V. The result is 114. Now, let us multiply half inside. So, again, you don't need to put plus minus anymore because I've already choose the point in anti-clockwise. So, it's going to be positive. If you choose clockwise, then you got to open up a modulus. Then you have to put like this one. Maybe I put it here and -114. In this case, tak payah, no need to do that. So, let us just multiply half inside. 7W plus 2V equals to 114. You can divide by 2. 114 divided by 2, 57. Okay. So, this will be... wait, I times half over. No need to divide by 2, sorry. I times half inside already. Yeah, this one only divide to equation 1. Okay, my equation number 2 is persamaan garis lurus PQ. My PQ, I have my Y equals to this. Okay, maybe I should sub in the coordinate because this is in terms of V and W. You can see this coordinate of Q is VW. So I gantikan VW inside VW inside PQ, equation PQ. So your PQ here is Y. Y is your W equals 2 over 3. X is your V plus 26 over 3. This is equation number 2. Okay, so what we need to do is to solve them simultaneously. Selesaikan secara serentak. We sub equation 2 inside equation 1. Ganti persamaan 2 dalam persamaan 1. Your W is 2 over 3V plus 26 over 3 plus 2V. What's your V? I don't know. The result is 114. Supposed to solve for V. For me, I'll multiply everybody by 3. At the same time, we multiply the 7 inside. So this is 14V plus 182. 26 times 7, 182. Then you add 2 times 3, 6V. 114 times 3, 342. So add them up, this is 20V. The 182, I bring to the right. 342 minus 182 is 160. So your V is 160 divided by 20, V is 8. We just have to substitute, gantikan inside equation number 2, persamaan 2. Your W is 2 over 3, V is 8 plus 26 over 3. 16 plus 26 is 42. 42 divided by 3. W is 14. Okay, so I've got the value of nilai V dan W. Okay, next one, question number 10. This is from Hukum Linear, Form 4, Chapter 6. Okay, jadual menunjukkan nilai-nilai pemboleh ubah X dan Y yang diperoleh dari suatu eksperimen. Pemboleh ubah X dan Y dihubungkan dengan oleh dis persamaan dengan keadaan H dan K adalah pemalar. So, berdasarkan jadual 1, bina jadual bagi nilai log 10 X and log 10 Y. So, I'm going to put log 10 X here, sorry, LGX. And log 10y LGY. Okay, log 10x means you can use this button here, shift log 10 is 1, right? So this is 1. Then just use your calculator, keep going. 17.78. This will give us, okay, if you want your life to be easier, you don't have to like keep rounding off. You can go shift menu, change your number format tree, fix it to 2 decimal point because 2 decimal point is sufficient. You don't need a lot. So as I press equals, you can see this is 1.25. Yeah, don't have to do a lot of work. The calculator can do this job for you. Next one is 25.12. Yeah, 25.12. This will give us 1.40. 63.1. Okay, 63.1. This will give us 1.8. 141.25. 141.25. This will give us 2.15. 398.11. 398.11. This will give us 2.6. Okay, so done with log X. Now let's do log Y. Now, if you want to make sure that they have the same decimal point, just put 1.00 because this is they're all 2 decimal point. Maybe it's better to do that way. Standardize it. Now, next one, log 13.8. 13.8. This will give us 1.14. Log 19.95. Let me do 19.95. This will give us 1.3. 39.81. 39.81. This will be 1.6. Next, log 83.18, 83.18, 1.92, and next 158, 158.49. Okay, 2.20. So my calculation is done. Now let's draw. Now, okay, sorry. Before we draw, I want to show you how to use your calculator to predict what's your gradient and your y-intercept. Now you can do that actually But first, let's just reset our calculator because I don't want 2 decimal point. Shift 9, press 3 equals. Okay, press menu, go to number 6, and number 6 is your statistic. Press 2a plus bx. Now key in all your x value. 1 equals 1.25 equals 1.4 equals 1.8 equals 2.15 equals 2.6. Right. Then you go on with your y value. 1 equals 1.14 equals 1.3 equals 1.6 equals 1.92 equals 2.2. Okay, I got my x, I got my y, then I go AC. So next thing is we press shift option. Sorry, just option, no shift. Go to number 3, regression calculator. Okay. Now regression calculator shows A, B, R. A represent your y-intercept. Yeah. Okay. I don't know whether I did this correctly. Yeah. Let me double check again. I might have done this wrongly. Option. Go to number 4 for data. Okay. My 1 and 1, 1.25, 1.14, 1.4, 1.3, 1. Okay, I made a mistake here. This is 1.8. Oops. 1.8. I typed it wrongly. Okay, then 2.15, 1.92, 2.6, 2.2. Okay, this one looks good. AC. Option number 3, regression calculator. Can you see here? That A represent your y-intercept. Pintasan y, 0.207. Okay, let me write here. Pintasan y, 0.207. Then let's look at our keturunan gradient, 0.776. Yeah, 0.776. So this is the most accurate way of using a calculator. So I know when I get the result from the graph, it should be close to this answer. Okay, plot graph log 10 y melawan log 10 x menggunakan 2 cm to 0.5 and 2 cm to 0.2. Okay, 2 cm to 0.5. I'm going to put here 0, 0.5, 1.0, 1.5, 2.0, 2.5, 3.0. Now, take note that the largest value of x is 2.6. So I don't need to do anything bigger than that, right? I think up to here will do. And the good news is we know our y-intercept. Some graph, right, your y-intercept is negative. So you got to be careful. You have to push it up. Push up your proxy x-axis a bit higher. In this case, no, it's not a problem. So I can just draw it here, right? Because your y-intercept or your pintasan y is positive, right? So this is LGX. Then we go on with your y-axis. They say use a scale of 0.2, 0.4, 0.6, 0.8, 1.0, 1.2, 1.4, 1.6. The largest is 2.2. So very big. 1.8, 2.0, 2.2. Oh, we got more than enough space. Right, more than enough space. Okay, so I purposely use a larger graph paper, but it's enough. It's enough. Yeah. I'm using a 9 by 12. SPM is 8 by 11, so it's enough actually. Yeah, no need to use 9 by 12. Yeah, I use a bigger graph paper. Yeah. Okay, you can stop here. So, okay, let me adjust this. Doesn't look very nice. Okay, adjust this. Hey, okay, this is straight. This is LGY. Okay, now next we know we have to plot the points one by one. Starting with 1, 1. 1, 1 will be here. 1, 1. Okay. Second point, 1.25, 1.14. 1.25. Okay. Remember, this is 1.25 in between. 1.14. 1.1 is here. 1.14 is higher here. Sorry, this point. Okay, next one is 1.8, 1.6, 1.8, 1.6. Okay. Okay, 1.8, 1.6, not exactly a nice point though. All right. Yeah, maybe I plot it here. 1.8, 1.6. After 1.8, 1.6, wait, I got another point before that I couldn't see. It is 1.4, 1.3, 1.4, 1.3. This point here. Okay, 1.4, 1.3. Next, we have 2.15 and 1.92. 2.15, 1.92. 2.15 is 3 boxes. 1.9 is here. Wait, let me see again. 2.15, 1.92. Okay. Okay, 2.158. It should be on the right a little bit. Sorry. On the right. 3 boxes to the right. Okay, next one, 2.6, 2.2. 2.6, 2.2 should be here. Okay. Right. Okay, now let's draw. So I know my line of best fit must pass through y-intercept. Yeah, pintasan y must be 0.2. You can write 2, 1. Yeah, and so I'm going to adjust this. I'm going to adjust it, make sure it passed through 0.21. Okay, 0.21 is around here, between 0.20 and 0.22. Okay, so up a bit, this is 0.1. If you want the most accurate answer, 2.1. Yeah, this is 0.21. Okay, if you use 0.2, I think it's still fine. It's not too far away, right? Yeah, 0.2 is still fine. So let me adjust it. There you go. This point here is in between 0, 0.21. Okay, because I know from my calculator is 0.21. Okay. All right. Oops. Wait one moment. Okay, then I need to adjust this a bit. I look at it. It's quite okay. Right. 2 point. This is 2 point. Yeah, it 1 point is below, 1 point is above. But this point is a bit high up. So yeah, I think it's all right. Yeah. In fact, there are 2 points below, 2 points above. You can see. Let me show you, highlight for you. This point is slightly above. This point is slightly above. Okay. This point is slightly below. This point is below. So it's okay. Your graph is balanced. Quite nicely done. So let us just pick another point to find the gradient. So for me, I normally take horizontal 5 boxes. So let's calculate what is this coordinate here. This coordinate is 2.5, comma, it looks like in between. This is 2.1. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 5. This is 2.1, slightly higher, 2.15. Yeah, 2.15. 2.5, 2.15. It looks okay, right? So I'm going to calculate my gradient based on these 2 points. Okay, let's go back to your question here, right? Remember, we need to find 2 things from the graph, gradient and y-intercept, keturunan dan pintasan y. So let's do C, Roman 1, C here first. Your gradient from the graph is 2.15 minus 0.21 divide. Second point is 2.5 minus 0. Yeah, I hope you can see just now the coordinate I'm using here, 2.15, 2.1, 2.5, 2.15, and 0 to 0.21. Okay, let's calculate the gradient here. I think I used another calculator. Okay, never mind, we can just use this, get rid of this. So since I already know all the answer, right? I know my gradient y-intercept. So go back to 1. Okay, take 2.15 minus 0.21 divide 2.5 minus 0. No, you write that. Answer 0.776. Now, this 0.776 I compare with what I got from my calculator earlier. Wow, fantastic. Exactly the same. Okay. Then I find my y-intercept. My y-intercept is 0.21. Okay. In order to calculate the value of h and k, we need to convert this equation here to linear form. How do you do that? We introduce log. There's a y in front of h, x power 2k plus 1. Okay, so I'm going to introduce logarithm y. Okay, let me zoom in a bit hard to see, right? Equals to lgh x power 2k plus 1. So break it up into lgh plus lgx 2k plus 1. That 2k plus 1 we can bring in front, okay? And then you add lgh at the back. So this is your big Y, this is your gradient, this is your big X, and this is your C. So when you plot log Y versus log X, you get a straight line, and your gradient, 2k plus 1, must equal 0.776. So to find k, right, we'll take 0.776 minus 1, then you divide by 2. Okay. Answer is negative 0.112. 0.112. Okay, for your y-intercept in Tasan y, we compare LGH with 0.21. So what's my h? Use your calculator, take shift logarithm 0.21. The value is 1.622. 1.622. Okay, so I got my k and I got my h. Okay, question 11. This is from the chapter Pembezaan, differentiation. So, Raja 4A menunjukkan sebuah cuboid tertutup dengan tapak sebuah segi 4 sama. So, if this is x, this is also x, and tinggi h. Right. So, diberi luas permukaan cuboid is 96. Okay. Then they say, tunjukkan bahawa hasil tambah isi pada cuboid dan piramid ialah V equals to 32x minus 203x cube. Okay, so first of all, I think we need to focus on our cuboid first because you need to find your jumlah luas permukaan, total surface area. Now, if you open up a cuboid, you can see there are 6 faces, top, bottom. The top, bottom are the same. They are both square. So you have x times x, which is x squared. So we say the first part, top and bottom is x squared. So I have 2 of them. So it's 2x squared. Then you plus with the side. The side will be your left, right, front, back. I know how hard to see. Front, back looks the same. So basically you got the left, right, front, back. They are all the same. They have all xh. So you plus 4xh. The total surface area, jumlah luas permukaan, is 96. So you notice that the formula here doesn't have any h. The final answer, no h. Everything in terms of x. So I must get rid of h. To get rid of h, I must make h as a subject. So let's divide by 2. X squared plus 2xh equals 48. Make h as a subject, 48 minus x squared, then you divide by 2. 48 minus x squared over 2. Now you can, we can just divide them, divide by 2x. You can just separate into 2, divide them if you want. I'll just leave it like this for now. Then, I know they say jumlah luas, jumlah isi padu, right? The hasil tambah isi padu cuboid and pyramid. Then we're going to add them up together. So volume of cuboid, as we know, okay, this is not A, sorry, this is B, volume, isi padu, is x times x squared times height, yeah? X times h. As for pyramid, is 1/3 luas permukaan, luas tapak, x squared, times height is h, add together 4/3 x squared h. This is your second equation. Let us substitute or gantikan 1 inside 2. Your volume is 4 over 3x squared. What's your h? 48 minus x squared over 2x. Can we cancel them? Cut, cut. What else can we cancel? You can cancel 4 and 2. So you're left with 2 over 3. Yeah? So that 2 over 3, 48 minus x squared, you can times inside. There's another x outside. Yeah? So when you multiply inside 1 by 1, 48 divided by 3 is 16. 16 times 2 is 32x. And 2 over 3 x cubed. There you go. You got your volume, your isi padu V in terms of x dalam sebutan x. Okay, yeah, I've got that already. Then they say cari nilai x apabila V adalah maksimum. Okay, so this is where we have to differentiate, bezakan dv dx. So this is 32. Bring the 3 down. 3, you can transfer the 3 down. 3 cancel with the 3 here. Left with 2x. Reduce the power. Becomes 2. Now, remember, today if I were to sketch the graph of V versus X, you will have a shape something like this. Okay, it's not a quadratic, actually, it's a cubic, right? It's a cubic that passes through O. Now, I don't know how subsequent part, right? But one thing for sure, at this point, the gradient or keturunan dv dx must be 0. At the maximum or minimum, the gradient is 0. So let us take this dv dx and equate it to 0. So let's bring this over. 2x squared is 32. X squared is 16. Square root 16. We know x is more than 0. X is 4. Yeah. The length of x is just 4. No need to put cm because this is already x cm. Okay, they say cari nilai x apabila V adalah maximum. That's it. I got my x value. Then seterusnya cari nilai maximum V. Okay, nilai maximum V you can find by taking x equals to 4. Put inside your V max. 32 times 4. 2 over 3. 4 power 3. 4 power 3 is 64. So use our calculator again. 32 times 4. 32 times 4 minus 2 over 3 times 4 power 3. My answer is this, 85 1 over 3. Okay, this is cm cube. Okay, now next part. They say terdapat, let me just move this up a bit. Terdapat perubahan kecil dalam V sebanyak 0.84. Cari peratus perubahan dalam X apabila X is 3. So this one we have used what we call tokokan kecil or small change and approximation. So when your delta V increased by 0.84, I'm looking for percentage of change, peratus perubahan. Well, we need to know what is your dv dx first. Your x when it is 3, your dv dx will be 32 minus 2, 3 squared. 3 squared is 9. 2 times 9, 18. 32 minus 18 is 14. So let's take delta V. Remember, the formula is delta V over delta X is dv dx. Okay, I don't know what's my delta X. I know my dv dx is 14. So use your calculator, take 0.84. 0.84. You divide by 14. My answer is 0.06. Okay, so now that I know delta X is 0.06, so we know that to find percentage of change, percentage of change in X. I'm using short form. Percentage change in X, you can write in words. Peratus perubahan X, okay, is what? Is your delta X divided by your X. X is your initial value of X, or nilai awal X multiplied by 100. Okay, so I know my delta X. So your delta X, that means X value increased by 0.06. Initially, your X is 3. Yeah, apabila X is 3. Then you times with 100. So let's take 0.06 divide by 3 times 100. Answer is 2%. So X increased by 2%. Okay. Okay, let's move on to section C. Bahagian C. This is question number 12. So index number. Okay. Right. Now, jadual menunjukkan maklumat berkenaan harga, indeks harga dan pemberat 4 jenis bahan yang digunakan untuk membuat sejenis kasut. So, cari nilai X dan Y. You can see X is the harga pada tahun 2002. So, we write X divide by harga pada tahun 2021. 13 ringgit, 13 ringgit times 100. The index or the index harga, price index is 120. So basically, you want to find what is the new price after you have increased by 20%. So use your calculator times together 15 ringgit 60 cent. 1560. Don't have to put RM because this is the price already in RM. X, the unit is already in RM. Okay, how about Y? Y is the index harga for bahan D. We are given the prices, the harga. Okay, maybe I put Y here. Harga for the year 2022, 8 ringgit 75 cent. The price of harga pada 2020 is 7 ringgit. You multiply by 100. Take 8.75, divide 7 times 100. My answer is 125. Okay, my Y is 125. Alright, first part A done. Part B. Diberi indeks gubahan bagi kos membuat kasut dalam tahun 2002 berasaskan 2021, 2022 based on 2021 is 132. Okay, I know my composite indexes. Index gubahan. And if I know my Y, my Y is 125. Okay, I know if I combine this index, I should get index gubahan I bar as 135. So remember, index gubahan is the given by sum of IW divide by sum W. So meaning we take the individual price index, we multiply with the weightage of your pemberat. Just times together. Divide by total. What's your total? 2 plus P plus 2P plus 3. Answer 135. Okay. Use your calculator. 120 times 2 plus 125 times 3. So this one is 615. Okay, I'll write 615 here. Then let's take 145P plus 140 times 2P, 425P. 425P plus this. Divide 3P plus 5 equals 135. Actually, we can use our calculator to solve this. I'll just show you here. 425, you can put X plus 615, divide 3X plus 5. Press shift, alpha equals 135. Press shift, solve, press equals. Your answer X is 3. X in this case is your P. So you can actually do it directly. But because they only give marks for this or this, not this actually, and then subsequent answer for P. So it's okay. I'll just show you the working here. 615. 3 times 135 is 405P. 5 times 13, 65, 675. So bring over 20P. 675 minus 615 is 60. P is 3. Okay. So I got nilai P. All right. Let's move on. Then they say, diberi bahawa harga jualan sepasang kasut pada tahun 2023 is 162 ringgit. Harga semua bahan meningkat 25% from 2022 to 2023. Jika syarikat itu memperoleh keuntungan 20% pada tahun 2021, cari harga kos pada tahun tersebut. That means you're finding the cost in year 2021. Okay, so first of all, there is a difference between cost and selling price. Cost plus profit equals selling price. Okay, so selling price is your harga jualan. Cost, you know what? Profit is keuntungan. So we want to work backwards and find out what is your cost in the year 2022. Right. We know the selling price in 2023. Okay. we need to find the cost in 2023 first. All right. So your profit cost in the year 2023, profit 20%. That means you mark up by 20%. You increase by 20% from 100. Then you get your selling price. Your harga jualan is RM 162. So let's take 162 times 100 divide 120. So I got my harga cost in the year 2023. So harga cost is RM 135. All right. Now, the next thing is you're going to work backwards because there are two consecutive indices that we have. There are 3 years involved. The first year is 2021. First year is second year 2022. Third year 2023. Now, we know 21, 22, your index, your composite index, because all these are the ingredient or the material, bahan yang digunakan untuk membuat kasut. So if your bahan already increased by what is this value here? 135, 35%. 135, right? Yeah, so the price you already increased it. Yeah, that means your cost has increased, right? By 35%. Okay, and then also they say that harga semua bahan meningkat 25% dari 2022 to 2023. So another 25% increase, right? This is the great inflation. So what is your overall increment? So remember, I hope you know this is rumus rantai or petua rantai, or in English we call it the chain rule. So if I want to find the increment from 21 to 23, yeah, we take the two consecutive indices, multiply together, divide by 100. This is very much simpler. I don't have to divide by 100, divide 100, right? So 135 times 125, divide 100, you get this answer, 168.75. 168.75. So 168.75 means from 2021 to 2023, the cost has gone up by 68.75%. Now we know the harga cost. This is your cost, your harga cost, yeah, cost price for a pair of shoe in 2023. We're finding the cost price or the harga cost pada tahun 2021, right? Okay, cari harga cost. So your harga cost for 23 is 135. Harga cost for 21, I don't know, tak tahu, times 100. Your index is 168.75. That's before you increase the price. Okay, before the price increases. 135 times 100 divide 168.75. There you go. Your cost is 80 ringgit. Yeah, because your cost has gone up from 80 ringgit by 68.75% to 135 ringgit. Someone you make a profit or 20%. So you mark up. So that's why you sell the shoe at a price of 162. Okay. Okay. So this is from Form 5, Chapter 8. Yeah. Kinematics of linear motion. Kinematics gerakan linear. So Raja menunjukkan kedudukan awal dan akhir pergerakan zarah A dan zarah B sepanjang suatu garis lurus. So zarah A mula bergerak dari titik O is here. Zarah B mula bergerak dari titik P is here. Selepas T saat halaju zarah A diberi oleh this. Okay, they give us the velocity of particle A dengan keadaan K pemalar. Manakala sasaran B, displacement of B diberi oleh this. Okay, then they give us this information. Pecutan zarah A is 3 when T is 4. Your acceleration is 3 when T is 4. Cari nilai K. So I think number one, we should just differentiate. Remember, when you bezakan your halaju, you will get your pecutan. So let's bezakan this one. dA dV, dV dt, sorry. You will get 2T minus K. Now, differentiate or bezakan 6, you get 0. You know the pecutan is 3 when T is 4. So put 3 here when T is 4. My K is 8. 8 minus 3, K is 5. Okay, I got my nilai K. Now, then they say cari julat nilai T when zarah A bergerak ke kiri. Okay, so first of all, what's your velocity or halaju zarah A now? We know that our K is 5. Okay, when it bergerak ke kiri, the velocity or your halaju must be less than 0. Remember, more than 0 bergerak ke kanan, less than 0 bergerak ke kiri, we can double bracket factorize this. Your factor should be 3 and 2 minus and minus. So this is a quadratic inequality where I solve it. We solve it by using a graph. The roots are 2 and 3. Less than 0 means the region should be below here. Move it up. Okay. My t value is between 2 and 3. Okay. So that means there's a period of 2 seconds from 1 second from 2 to 3 where the particle or the zara bergerak ke arah kiri. Now, done part A and part B. Okay, next. They say hitungkan jarak yang zara B dari titik A, dari titik O apabila T equals to 5. Okay, so we know sasaran jarak zara B. Okay, so we put here, when T equals to 5, your displacement of sasaran is 5 power 3 over 3, 5 power 2, 8 times 5. You can use a calculator. 5 power 3 is 125. Divide by 3. 5 power 2 is 25. And 8 times 5, I've got this answer, negative 23, 1 over 3. Okay, but they ask for jarak. Remember, jarak is distance. Distance is a scalar quantity, no negative. All right. And that means it's already 23 unit, 23 meter ke arah kiri. But you're finding the jarak dari titik O. Titik O already 10 meter from the initial position titik P. So your jarak zara B dari O, just modulus this, take a positive value, plus another 10 meter, answer 33, 1 over 3 meter. Alright, next. Masa dalam saat apabila zara B memotong zara A. Okay, so in what situation zara B will overtake zara A? Okay, when the displacement is more than, no, I think it's easier we just let them be equals, because you don't really need to write inequality, because it's a bit hard for us to see, because we don't know whether this one is going left or going right. But I know, for example, let's say A continue to go right. Okay, B will make a U-turn and go over here. Now, B will have to take, for example, if B want to overtake A, right, B has to go this distance. Okay, this is your displacement of B. This is your displacement of A. So whatever B goes, it must be whatever A travel plus 10 extra meter. Yeah, hope you can see that. Displacement for B, wherever it goes, you add 10. Okay, maybe I because it's B is measure the displacement, or the sasaran is measure the ukur from this point. Okay, maybe I put here. So it's easier to understand. Whatever B travel to the right is equal to whatever A travel to the right plus the 10 meter. So from that point onwards, it will start to overtake or memotong zara A. Okay, so let me just continue over here. Now, this is C Roman 2, easier to see if I have a diagram here. Okay, I don't know what is my sasaran for zara A, because I only have my halaju. Yeah, fungsi halaju. I don't have sasaran, so I need to integrate or kamirkan this equation, 5t plus 6 dt. So that will give us t power 3 over 3, 5t squared over 2 plus 6t plus c. Now, when you start the clock, where is zara A? Zara A is at point O. So your SA is 0. Your C is automatically 0. So your sasaran is t power 3 over 3, 5t squared over 2 plus 6t. Okay, remember just now I say, in order B to overtake A, B must travel whatever A travel plus extra 10 meter. Okay, my sasaran zara B already have over here. Sorry, sometimes I circle too many things, a bit hard to see. Yeah, this one. So is t power 3 over 3, t power 2 minus 8t. Okay, t power 3 over 3 minus 5 over 2t squared plus 6t plus 100. Okay, let me move this to the right a little bit so I can see it. Now, these two we can cancel. Notice the same function, cancel, right? This will be minus t squared. Okay, I know the fraction a bit hard to see. If you bring to the right, this is 5 over 2 minus 1 over 2 minus 1 is 3 over 2 t squared minus 8 minus 6 minus 14, then you minus 100 equals 0. We can multiply by 2, right? Okay, sorry, it's not 100, it's 10. Wrote wrongly, 10, 10, 10, 10. This is 28t minus 20. Okay, I think you can factorize this. 3 times 20 is 60. To get 60, I should use 30 and 2. 30, I must put a 10. This must be 2 minus and plus. So we know time is always more than 0. Your t must be 10. 10 seconds, 10 saat. Okay. There you go. Your answer for this. Masa dalam saat apabila zarah B memotong zarah A is 10 seconds, 10 saat. Okay, this is soalan 14, question 14. This is from Penyelesaian segitiga, solution of triangle. Okay, Raja 6 menunjukkan satu segitiga PQR. Luas segitiga PQR is 32.5. So cari sudut PRQ. PRQ is this. It is given that sudut PRQ ialah sudut cakar. Sudut cakar is obtuse. Obtuse angle. That means more than 90, less than 180. So first, I will take half AB sin C, formula for area of triangle luas segitiga, sin sudut PRQ, result 32.5. Okay, so here we can use calculator. 32.5 times 2 divide 16 divide 7.3. So whatever I get, I shift sign, answer equals 33.81. But be careful, they already say sudut cakar, so you don't want to take 33.81. You need to take 180 minus 33.81. So you should get 146.19. Yeah, 146.19. Okay, next, panjang PQ. Well, if I know this 146.19, we can find the length of PQ by using cosine rule. Yeah, remember cosine rule, PQ square is the other two sides square, 7.3 square plus 16 square minus 2, 7.3, 16 cos of the angle in between. So what's your PQ? Use your calculator. 7.3 square plus 16 square minus 2 times 7.3, 7.3 times 16 cos of this angle, 146.19. Okay, whatever I get here, square root, answer 22.44. Yeah, PQ is 22.44 cm. Okay, next, find or cari sudut RPQ. So RPQ is this sudut here. We know this 22.44, right? So we use sine rule. Sine of angle RPQ divide by your opposite length, which is 7.3 equals to sine 146.19 divide your opposite length, which is 22.44. Okay, let's take the formula. Sine 146.19 divide, this is petua sine, petua sinus, or sine rule, multiply 7.3. See, the way I do it, I straight away shift sine answer. Don't need to write so many steps. 10.43. Okay, 10.43. Angle PRPQ is 10.43. Okay, so I'm done with part A. Okay, next, let's move on to part B. We are supposed to draw or sketch. Lakarkan suatu segitiga berlainan. So they say segitiga P prime Q prime R prime mempunyai bentuk yang berlainan dari segitiga PQR. Dengan keadaan PR, P prime R prime is maintained. I maintain this length. Q prime equals to QR. This is maintained. Angle QPR remains the same. QPR is this angle. So you see, this is a case of ambiguity or ambiguous. Case berambiguity. It happens when the opposite side sudut bertentangan to the given angle. Bertentangan pada what they call that sudut yang diberi. It must be shorter than another given length. Lebih pendek daripada sisi yang satu lagi yang diberi. Okay, you need to maintain this, and 7.3 is shorter than 16. So we know there is an ambiguity or ambiguous case. So what I need to do is number 2, identify the joint. So we know these two sides, they meet at R. R is the joint of the hinge. Okay, so I'm going to flip either inside or outside. Usually if this angle is obtuse, you have to flip inside. So how do you flip inside? I'm going to draw an arc like this. Sorry, one more time. Such that this length must look about the same length as here. Okay, it doesn't look like it, but it is. So this one is also 7.3. Okay, so you see, you maintain the length of Q prime R prime, you maintain the length of PR, and you maintain this angle QPR. Okay, so let's draw a triangle. So I'm going to use a ruler here to make it more accurate. Okay, 1, 2, around here, very small triangle, and 3 from here to here. Okay, this one must look like pseudo chakra. This one must look like is obtuse. Okay, triangle a bit small though. Wow, hard to draw. Okay, it looks something like this. Okay, so this is your PQR. Put a prime for all this. This is 16 cm. This angle remains the same. Just now we calculated this angle, right? This is 10.43. And we know this 7.3, right? 10.43. So what I need is, in order for me to hitungkan luas of this segitiga, I need to first find out what is this angle. So I can find this angle, then I can use formula half AB sine C. Now go back to the earlier triangle. For the earlier triangle above here without prime. Now let me rub this off. You notice we need to find this angle first. So we go back to the first triangle. This is B Roman 1. And we are supposed to nyatakan size PR prime Q, this angle, before we calculate the area, right? So let's go back to your first triangle, your angle PQR, yeah, or PRQ. I put PRQ because this one is PRQ. PRQ, wait, sorry, is PQR. PQR first is 180 minus 146.19 minus 10.43. I count one by one. 180 minus 146.19 minus 10.43. So this will give us 23.38. Yeah, 23.38. Now, why do I do this? Because if this is 23.38, this line here that I've drawn just now is also 23.38, right? So how about this angle here, PQR? Yeah, this is, just now I calculated 23.38. My P prime Q prime R prime is 180 minus 23.38. That will be 146.62. Yeah, 146.62. Okay, I'm not done yet. So I nyatakan size P prime R prime Q. Yes, I got that. But in I got PQR, not PRQR. But in order to find P prime R prime Q prime, I know this is 146.62. I must use 180 minus 146.62 minus 10.43. Okay, let's count. 180 minus this, right? This one is the angle I got just, wait, did I just counted wrongly? 1,4, it's 1,5, oh my, 1,5. 1,5, this is 1,5, sorry, 156, 156. So when you do 180 minus this, you're actually getting back this 23.38, then minus 10.43. A very small angle, 12.95. 12.95. Okay, this is 12.95. Okay, I've got this already. Lastly, hitungkan luas, ya, segitiga. So your luas or your area is half AB sine C. Your A, let me take 16, B 7.3, sine 12.95. Okay, 12.95. Use your calculator. Half 0.5 times 16 times 7.3 times sine 12.95. Oops. 12.95. There you go. 13.09. Yeah. 13.09. That's your area. Okay. Okay. Last question. This is from the chapter Pengaturcaraan linear. Cikgu Abdul berancang untuk membeli X helai pakaian seragam, Y helai kemeja T untuk sekumpulan pelajar di sekolahnya. Pembelian ini adalah berdasarkan kekangan berikut. Okay, so semua pembelian, jumlah pembelian ke semua pakaian tidak melebihi 70 helai. So X plus Y tidak melebihi means less equals 70, 70. Then the number of uniform, bilangan pakaian seragam is Y, is X. Sekurang-kurangnya is greater equals 25% is 25/100. Bilangan kemeja T is Y. So 25/100 is 1/4. If you times over your Y is less equals 4X. Remember, when you shade the region is based on Y, so it's better to make Y as a subject. Third, bilangan helai kemeja T mesti melebihi bilangan pakaian seragam sekurang-kurangnya 10 helai. Kemeja T is your Y, melebihi pakaian seragam X sekurang-kurangnya means greater equals 10. Or you may make Y as a subject, Y greater equals to X plus 10. Remember, Y is your kemeja T, X is your pakaian seragam. For example, your pakaian seragam is 10 helai, 10 plus 10. Your kemeja T is 20, yeah, at least 10. Okay. Next, I'm going to draw the graph. Okay. Okay, we draw the graph. I like to use a table of values. My table of values, let me draw over here. So first one, X plus Y. Okay, very small. X plus Y equals to 70. I like to use X equals to 0 and Y equals 0 because X equals 0, your Y is 70. This is your Y-intercept, pintasan Y. Y equals 0, X is 70. This is your pintasan X. So for Y equals to 4X, right, we use X equals to 0, Y equals 0. Take another point. Now, the scala that you have to use, if you look at the question here, they say skala 2 cm kepada 10 helai. So maybe I put 10, then this will be 40. Yeah, as long as it can fit inside a graph paper, it's fine. Next one, Y minus X equals 10, or Y equals X plus 10. So we can start off by putting X equals to 0, Y is 10. Maybe I put X equals to 30, Y is 40. Okay. All right. So the scale is 10. So let me put 0, 10, 20, 30. Zoom in a bit hard to see. 40, 50. Your maximum, I think, no need to go so far. 70 is enough because you can see that the X value is 70 here. The largest is 70. Yeah? So let's draw your X-axis from here to this side. Okay, this is your x-axis. Then let's draw a y-axis. Okay, I think your y also about 70. So don't need to draw very high up. Okay, about 70. I think it's here, around here, right? That will do that because the maximum x is maximum y is only 70. Okay, let me just adjust this. Okay, 10. Let's do x equals to 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70. Okay, this is your y. Okay, so I'm going to add in the lines here. The first one is 0, 70, 70, 0, which means it should be here. This point at 70. Oops, let me adjust it. Another one at 70 here. So, okay, just adjust the top part. This is 70. Okay, second one, x equals to 0, y 0, 0, 10, 40. Yeah? 0, 0, 10, 40. 10 is, okay, let me do once again. 0, 0, 10, 40. 10, 40 is high up. As long as it passes through the point, I can see 10, 40 is over here. You can do a bit higher. Doesn't really matter lah. Draw too high. This equation, the first equation is x plus y equals 70. Second equation, y equals to 4x. Okay, third equation is 0, 10, 30, 40. 0, 10, 30, 40. Okay, sorry, I need to adjust this. This is a bit off. Okay, take this one here. Make sure it passes through 0. Kosong, kosong. Okay, this one is over here. Yeah, make sure it passes 10, 10, 40. Yeah, 10, 40 is there. Okay, third one, 0, 10, 30, 40. 0, 10, 30, 40. 30, 40 should be here. Oh, it's a nice point. 30, 40. Okay. All right. Oops. This one need to adjust a little bit. Okay. So this is y equals to x plus 10. Okay, I've got all these three lines done. Now, they say your y must be, okay, look at inequality, your kebarangkalian, y must be, x plus y must be less equal 70. Yeah? So for me, the first one, less equal 70 is below here. It can be below here. It can be below here. Yeah, just do a rough shade will do. Second one, y must be less equals 4x. I know it must be below here. It could be below here though. So we know for sure this is out. Okay, third one, y greater equals to x plus 10. So it should be above here. Wait, above here. So we know this is out. This is out. So your region should be inside your triangle. This is your rantau R. Okay. Right. Now, done. Next, nyatakan julat from the graph. Nyatakan julat bilangan kemeja T. Bilangan kemeja T is your Y yang dibeli jika bilangan pakaian seragam is 25. So X is 25. Find your julat for Y. Yeah, julat is your range. Okay, so I think we can just do 25 here. This is 25. Move it up. Find your julat for Y. This is 35 to 45. 45 is here. Okay, 35 to 45. Okay, so the julat for y is between 35 to 45. So let me write here C Roman 1 35 to 45. Okay, next. Cari peruntukan maksimum yang diperlukan jika harga pakaian seragam kemeja T dia ialah 80 dan 40. Okay, so this is the peruntukan. Yeah, that means how much you budget. For pakaian seragam is 80 ringgit. If you buy X of it, it's 80X. Okay, kemeja T is 40 ringgit. If you buy Y of them, so it's 40Y. And the result is K. K is your objective function, fungsi objective. So we want to find the maximum allocation, peruntukan maximum. So to draw this objective function, let's make y as a subject, negative 80x plus k, divide by 40, negative 2x plus k over 40. So this is a straight line with a gradient of negative 2. Y-intercept is k over 40. But when you draw a straight line with gradient negative 2, right, I'm going to use a blue color pen. Usually we use a dotted line. Or maybe I use a purple line. Don't want to use blue. Blue but be the same as the background. Okay. So as long as the gradient is 2, you can draw anywhere. Maybe I use 60 and 30, or you can use 40 and 20. Okay. So let's say if I use 40 and 20, the line should be here. From this point, go down to here. Okay. So this is a line representing your objective function. Your y-intercept can be anywhere. Yeah, your pintasan y can be higher, can be lower. We need to adjust it, move this line up and down such that it gives us the smallest or the largest y-intercept, the largest pintasan y. But here you want maximum, right? You want peruntukan maximum. Okay, so you want to find the largest y-intercept. So let's draw another line that is parallel to this. Okay. So I draw another line parallel to this. So it's something like this. Oops. Something like this. Okay, just take this and move it up. Okay. I'm going to slide it up. You can use a ruler, slide it up. You know, the maximum is here. It's not the first one. It's not the highest one. It's the point that is most right here. Okay. So you don't need to draw accurately. Just want to identify the coordinate. You want to tentukan or determine the coordinate here. Your coordinate here is 30, 40. So at the point you make 30 pakaian seragam and 40, you buy 40 uniform t-shirt, then you will have a maximum allocation. Okay. So your maximum is at 30, 40. Yeah. So we write here, K is maximum or maxima at 30, 40. Your maximum K value, just substitute inside your objective function here is 80 times 30 plus 40 times 40. Okay, calculator. 30 times 30, 80 times 30, 40 times 40. There you go. 4,000. So you allocate maximum 4,000 ringgit to make this uniform and t-shirt. Okay. All right. I think this is the last one. That's it. Yeah, there's no more. Yep. I hope you learned something in the process of watching this video, right? Thank you for watching. See you guys in the next video. Bye.